Today, many people know Cannock Chase is Britain's smallest area of outstanding natural beauty, but 100 years ago the surroundings were very different, and also under very different circumstances. When it belonged to the Earl of Lichfield, the Chase was open heathland and lacked the number of wooded areas that you see today. It was mainly covered in heather and gorse bushes. The barren landscape had already been identified as ideal for a training camp by the War Department, and plans were rapidly enacted from the autumn of 1914. By December of that year, the army had over 1 million soldiers enlist to fight in the Great War. However, there was only sufficient camps to hold 170,000 troops. The work to build the camp was quite substantial, so, to help with taking materials up to the camp, a railway was built. In early 1915, work started on excavating the cutting you can see here, where a railway line ran up a 1 in 30 gradient slope till it reached the munitions shed at the highest point of Brocton Camp. Marking where the ice reached at the end of the last ice age, this boulder is thought to originate from over the border in Scotland. The glacial boulder monument sits directly above where the foundations of the old Brocton Camp water tower can be seen. This large steel water tank provided up to 70,000 gallons of water to 40,000 troops at the camp. The recruits were trained in trench digging, erecting barbed wire defences, as well as handling rifles and bayonets to prepare them for life on the Western Front. The camp included a power station, munition stores, a bakery, a blacksmith, places of worship, post offices, shops including W.H. Smith and Boots, a YMCA, and a cinema, creating a township for the 4 years of war. On Cannock Chase there is a scale model, made from concrete, of a village which was one of the important turning points in the First World War. This is a model of the Belgian village of Messines, which was located near a ridge of the Western Front that was heavily fought for between German and Allied forces south of Ypres. The Messines model was built shortly after the New Zealand Rifle Brigade returned from combat with labour provided by the prisoners of war based in the camp here at Brocton. The model was built by the New Zealand Rifle Brigade as a teaching aid for troops at the Brocton Camp, but also as a memorial to one of the most successful offences in the Great War. Capturing Messines was seen as instrumental in advancing in the Third Battle of Ypres. Half an hour before dawn, the 19 mines containing over 400,000 kilos of explosive were detonated, leaving craters up to 70 meters wide and 7 meters deep, decimating the German forces and allowing the Allies the chance to seize the high ground. The model was excavated in 2013 to see how well it had survived, but had to be covered over again so that the earth could keep it preserved. But, before the model was covered once again, a 3D scan was taken so that the model can be recreated. The Commonwealth War Cemetery contains 97 Commonwealth burials of the First World War, most of those belonging to the New Zealand Rifle Brigade, and 286 German burials. Deaths were comparatively few through the first years of the war. However, the toll soared at the end of the war and after. In fact, many prisoners of war from Brocton Camp are buried, sharing the same short period of dates right at the end of the war. The Spanish flu outbreak of 1918, which is known as one of the deadliest natural disasters in human history, killed anywhere between 50 to 100 million people, which is the equivalent of 3 to 5% of the planet. The Commonwealth War Cemetery is a lasting tribute to the men who trained, lived, and in some cases died here on the Chase. Most of the camp was dismantled shortly after the war, but some remnants can still be seen, as we've shown, but some of the huts went on to become village halls, scout huts, and even houses in the surrounding area. One of the huts is now preserved in the Marquis Drive Visitor Centre to show what life was like.